so much spicier than I was expecting. These two as characters honestly feel flat. I wouldn't call them as flat as printer paper, but perhaps as flat as cardstock. Oh my loves, I am starting this vlog at night. As you all know, I hate doing because I don't have good lighting when I do it, but I wanted to talk to you about the book that I am reading today. Yes, I'm starting off this holiday romance reading vlog with, wow, I just read the name and the way it went woof, out of my mind. Anyway, this book right here, which if I set the record straight, if that's right, points for me. So it's a sapphic romance between this woman named Claire, who has a new job as an assistant to a photographer that she really admires. Now, she could have gotten a job that was much better than the one that she has, but in her mind, the skills that she is going to gain from this artist is worth the job that she has. And there's this big miscommunication where her boss assumes that she is gay, and Claire is too afraid and intimidated to tell her otherwise, because Claire has always said she is very straight, but for some reason in this circumstance and situation, people believe that she is gay. And she has a best friend named Evan, and they were childhood best friends. They grew up in the same small town, and Evan just got out of a relationship with her ex-fiance who cheated on her with the history teacher at their school. And she and the history teacher, not Evan, her ex-fiance and the history teacher, are now throwing this holiday party at their new house with their new dog and all of their colleagues, and they have the audacity to invite Evan, not only to throw this party, but to invite Evan and rub it in her face that not only did I cheat on you, but look at how happy I am with the person I cheated on you with. So Evan proposes to Claire that they should fake date. They have been best friends for a long time, and they just need to be a date at each other's events. For Claire, the event with her boss, and for Evan, the event with her ex-fiance. Claire agrees, and as this story goes, it is a fake dating. Fake dating leads to real feelings. The first thing I want to say is I don't know why it didn't click for me when I did my Christmas romances recommendation video that Helen Bonham Young is also the person who wrote Out on a Limb, and this book is super short, so the reason I needed to update you tonight is because I have to finish it today, because I am doing a challenge where I am reading 30 books in 30 days, which means I'm finishing a book every single day. This book is only 175 pages and I am loving it. The writing is so good. Our two main characters are neurodivergent, with Claire having ADHD and Evan having autism. And Evan is a special needs teacher, and I just love the conversations that have been had about like neurodiversity, and also we're having conversations about Evan's religious upbringing, and her parents were deeply homophobic and very religious, and we're learning more about what that was like for her and how she ended up moving to Toronto, the whole situation that happened. The characters both have so much depth, but they're also so distinct and unique, and even in the first 20 pages or so, which is where I'm at, you can feel the deep connection and love they have for each other. Not romantic love, but friendship. And then we also have pining from Evan, which I was not expecting. I thought they were just friends who chose to fake date just to help each other out as a favor because they're so close. But Evan has always had a crush on Claire. She's kind of denied it though, because she knows from her own experience about college, lots of girls would experiment with her, and she does not want to go through that again, but also because Claire has said multiple times that she is straight, and Evan respects that. So Evan very much ignores her feelings for Claire, but you constantly hear about how like pretty Claire is. She will bring up how pretty Claire is, and there definitely is some like level of pining because she has to remind herself like, yes, you feel this way, but you're not allowed to feel this way, so move on. And with Claire, there's going to be a lot of exploration of her, like understanding of her sexuality and coming to the realization that she is in fact not straight, but she has not gotten to yet. But the way the author is weaving this in with just some of the things that Claire thinks about Evan that she does not realize might be a little bit queer, and I'm loving how subtle those hints are. Overall, this is such a fun time. It's so easy to get into, and it's reading so quickly. So I'm gonna aim to finish this before midnight tonight because I have to, so I'm gonna get back to reading. Welcome to the dead of night. No, I'm kidding. It's literally not even 4 o'clock, and I've had to turn on all the lights in my house. And me besties, I did in fact finish this book here, Set the Record Straight, last night. First thoughts. This is so much spicier than I was expecting. The number of times I'm not even gonna tell you. I'm not even gonna tell you. They were fucking a lot, at least half the book is them having sex, which, yay, win for the smutty holiday romance. I loved how sapphic this story was. It was so queer. I love the best friends to lovers element because not only was it really sweet, but it helped kind of make sense of how quickly these two are moving, which I would say is a critique of mine, but it's a novella, so obviously it's going to move very fast. But because the author set up that these people have been friends since they were very young children and are best friends, they pretty much know everything about each other. So this next step in their relationship is not about getting to know each other, it's about getting to know each other in a romantic way. They already have a pre-established relationship, and the holiday romance aspects in here are strong. Specifically, the holiday celebrated in here is Christmas. We got very small Canada Christmas vibes. I believe they're in Newfoundland, and it is just so cozy with all the holiday traditions. But I also love, I mentioned this in the first clip, how Hannah Bonham Young is able to incorporate these like deeper conversations, but do them in a way that feels so natural. As I mentioned, one of our female main characters, Clara, not Claire, has ADHD. And then we have Evan, who has autism. And this is just a part of their lives. It's part of their natural conversations, how they love each other, how they interact with each other, and how they're able to just like live their lives together. It's like fully understanding and respecting their neurodiversity and what each person needs in the relationship. And it's just part of their relationship. It's never like a massive conversation. It just is them, which I really love. This, I'm gonna say it's like a mild spoiler, but it's not spoiling the story. As I mentioned, Evan's family was very religious, and Evan had a difficult time with that, especially once she came out, and there was no third act conflict in this story. The tension in the story is Evan coming to love and fully accept herself, because regardless of how much she's tried to move on from the trauma of what happened with her family, it still was a rejection in a very deep and cutting and painful way. And the final scenes in here, there's no third act breakup. It's just Clara helping Evan come to terms with that and finding a sense of further home and family within the family that Clara has, which Evan would have also grew up in. This is just such a sweet story. It is very much for those of you who want something cozy and steamy and romantic and sweet with all of the winter vibes and the holiday vibes and the fun traditions and the found family and the friendship. All of it is just so beautiful, and I loved it. I'm giving it 4 stars because, as I mentioned, there was a point where I feel like a lot of things were skipped and cut, obviously because it is a novella, but we jumped from them being friends, and I felt like Clara very quickly realized and accepted that she was gay, when prior to that, it had never even been a thought in her mind. Just at no point did she think about or question her sexuality, so for her to do so suddenly without any exploration felt very, like, quick. And there's also this scene where she just invites Evan to kiss her out of nowhere, out of the blue, which felt like, to me, which was not the intention, like she was experimenting with Evan, which is not her intention and not where it went, but that's never explained. It just very suddenly, she's kissing Evan. And I wanted more exploration of how Clara came to understand and accept her sexuality when she had previously, for the past 20 plus years of her life, believed that she was straight. And she and Evan just fall into a relationship, which again, the relationship is so cute and so sweet, and I did really enjoy it. But I wanted more of that space between how they went from friendship and fake dating to how they got into a relationship, where instead we got friendship and fake dating to relationship with little to no exploration of what happened here. I'm on to read my next holiday romance. Which one is it going to be? I don't know. You and I will find out together.
It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no
many days later, but I have officially picked book 2 for this Christmas reading vlog. It's only fitting that, flash warning, you can see it a little bit on my face, but the Christmas tree is up and on for this video. But I decided to start A Merry Little Meet Cute, which is a story about an adult film star who gets her first role in a non-adult film, meaning non-pornography, where she is going to be the star of a Christmas movie with her childhood crush, Nolan. Nolan was like a mega famous musician in a band. She never knew him personally, but it's kind of like she fangirled over him. And as it turns out, he also fangirled over her in her adult career because he was very much subscribed to what her equivalent of OnlyFans would have been. I absolutely love the premise of this, and while I'm not very far in, I'm only about 20 or so pages in, I just got to the first point of view with Nolan. I do really enjoy how distinct these characters are, and there is a very prominent sense of humor throughout this story. It's too early for me to have any firm opinions about this, but wanted to make sure I gave you the update that this is what we're reading next. Ooh, look at how pretty that looks with the actual Christmas trees. I just noticed it actually has ornaments in the tree. Anyway, besties, just want to make sure that I let you know this is what we're reading. And I'm going to update you only twice more, when I'm at the 50% mark and then when I finish this book, unless I don't have any opinions at the 50% mark. So we'll see. Okay, my darlings, I'm here with the updates on A Merry Little Meet Cute. The book is across from me and I'm not gonna go get it because my pathway is blocked by gifts I need to wrap. But here it is on the screen. So A Merry Little Meet Cute, I am officially 30% of the way through and it's fine. When I'm reading it, I'm enjoying it, but when I put it down, I just don't care. And I hate to say it, but I think the thing I like about Christmas romances is just the winter setting. And when it's too heavy on the Christmas, I'm not interested in it. But the film that B and Nolan are filming sounds really cute. Like, I would read that book. It's a time-traveling historical romance. Love. Always looking for that. But these two as characters honestly feel flat. I wouldn't call them as flat as printer paper, but perhaps as flat as cardstock. There's some amount of development happening there, but they don't feel like real people to me, and I don't feel like I'm reading a real story. And if you're not new to my channel, you will know that some of the issues that I have with rom-coms is when they're too heavy on the com and not heavy enough on the rom. This book is over 400 pages, although I will grant it that it's smaller than the traditional hardcover size. So I think it's 400 pages would be more equivalent to something like 310 or 320 in the traditional hardcover size. But still, it feels long when I'm reading it. I'm not enjoying it, and I would hate for this to turn me into a Christmas Grinch. But with that said, Christmas is only 4 days away, so like, I'm going to finish this book. I just don't ever feel any urge to pick it up. It's funny, but it's not romantic, and the characters are too flat to really feel any kind of emotional connection with them. So I will finish that, and I want to give you an update on the book that I'm also going to read for this video, which, by the way, in my mind, this is the second book that I'm reading for this video, but it may be the first. And you know what? The only people who know are you and the version of me who's editing this video in the future. Is this the second book that I read for this video? I sure fucking hope so. The book that I am reading is The Holiday Trap, which is a book that I was reading while I was in Germany last year. Sorry, besties, you're never gonna see the Germany vlog just because I was very anxious, and it's just me talking a lot in my hotel room because I wasn't filming when I was actually out and about in Berlin and doing stuff. Anyway, I read it then, I DNF'd it. I said I want to finish it this time around because I really do like the audiobook, and that is what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days leading up to the posting of this video. I also want to read Kiss Her Once for Me, but I'll read that after Christmas because I don't have the fullest of confidence that I will enjoy this book just because the premise doesn't particularly intrigue me, but I love a sapphic romance. So I shall see you with my update on A Merry Little Meet Cute, which hopefully turns out to be something better than just, it was fine. There really is not much of anything to show you, but I figured it'd be nice to get out of the house for this little video clip. Reality, New York City's fucking loud. It always is. And yes, it's the week before Christmas. There are no decorations up. I hate to break it to you, besties, but most of New York is not decorated for the holidays. Definitely some parts and some pockets, but like not the whole city for sure. I am making a trip to Best Buy. I have not made any more progress with A Merry Little Meet Cute just because I've had other reading priorities, mainly the Darcy Coates reading vlog. The reason I'm going to Best Buy as I play risks because I sprained my ankle like 2 weeks ago and I'm not paying attention. So there you go. I went to Best Buy because I need a new microphone for my gaming setup because unfortunately mine broke. Fun times. And also because it's my niece's birthday this weekend. Yes, she has a birthday very, very, very close to Christmas, which is not fun for her. So I'm gonna get her a Nintendo Switch for her birthday. That's it. That's what I'm up to. There you go. Little bits of New York in winter. It's not that cold, by the way. It's like 40.
This too, 'cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know, and I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
I didn't bring my tripod with me, so you're gonna get a vlog style update for me. I am 60% of the way through the holiday trap. I'm very much enjoying it. It is very queer, it's super cozy, and what I'm loving is the friendship dynamics between all of the characters and just how much they're finding a sense of home and belonging and purpose in the individual towns they've swapped to, with our sapphic love story taking place in New Orleans and then our Keelian love story taking place in like this small island in Maine. It is absolutely precious. There's nothing standout about it. You can't be in the video.
Why?
Because your mommy would not like that. But yeah, I really do enjoy it so much. I think it's super cute. It's nothing standout, but something that I'm having a lot of fun with. With that said, it is Christmas Eve as I am recording this portion of the video. So if I want this to go up by tomorrow, I will be very honest with you and say I don't think that I will finish A Merry Little Meet Cute. As I've mentioned, my feelings just really haven't changed. Every time I put this book down, I don't feel an urge to pick it back up. I will try my best to finish this by midnight tonight, but if not, you know what's happening. So I'm gonna see you with the update when I finish the holiday trap and then when I finish the A Merry Little Meet Cute. So we'll see what happens. I'm aware that I look a little wild right now because I'm preparing to go to bed. It is in fact the night before Christmas, so we're all getting ready to sleep. And I'm here to tell you I'm not gonna finish A Merry Little Meet Cute tonight. While theoretically I could, it's the holidays and I really don't want to spend the holiday time that I have with my family trying to finish A Merry Little Meet Cute, especially because I'm only 100 pages in and it's a 400-page book. So I'm sorry, besties, I am gonna DNF that for now. I will finish it after Christmas, but you just won't see it in this vlog. So look forward to my full feelings and reviews on A Merry Little Meet Cute in my November and December wrap up, which I will post in the first week of January. Now, I am almost done with the holiday trap. As I've mentioned, I think this is very sweet and very cute. I think that the author is navigating the whole two different stories in the same book pretty well, which is different than what my opinion was last year. My opinion was like the two different stories was confusing. This time, I do think that it's being handled well and that I fully know what's going on in each story. The part that I am struggling with is the characters themselves. Like there are so many side characters that in each perspective, we'll hear about a side character. I'm like, who the hell is that? Who is that? I don't know. And honestly, my brain kind of goes, and we don't need to know. We don't need to know. I was continue the story. I was about to spoil something. We're getting to the third act conflict, which I'm happy to tell you the conflict is different for each couple. It's not necessarily a third act breakup for both couples, which I am really enjoying. And I have less than an hour left of the audiobook. So I'm in the final less than 10 chapters or so of the story. So I'm going to continue with that. And I'm editing this video as I go. So I'll see you with my final thoughts on the holiday trap, and we'll wrap up this little bonus video that I wanted to post for you all at the end of the 12 videos I posted leading up to Christmas. Hi, it's editing me. I also totally forgot to say that I really enjoyed that Greta, the FMC in this story, the other perspective that we're following. She's Jewish and she celebrates Hanukkah, and I really appreciated seeing more holiday representation in this novel, specifically how her friends make effort to include traditions that are meaningful and important to her so that she feels seen and welcomed and celebrated. And it was still just a very cute romance. Good morning, everyone. Happy Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Again, I'm being quiet because most people in the house are still sleeping. I did end up finishing the holiday trap last night. As I mentioned, I really enjoyed it. I'm settling on a 3.5 stars. It was a fun time for what it was. The final 5 or 6 chapters honestly just felt like a really extended epilogue, and I don't believe these characters would stay together. Particularly by the end, I grew to dislike the pairing between Greta and Karis, because the difficulty with having 2 different stories in one book is that you get almost novella length stories for each romance. So with Karis and Greta, I felt like they didn't have enough time to really come to know each other, or maybe they did and we just didn't get to see that. I still really enjoyed this. I thought it was super cute and sweet for what it was, and that does officially conclude all of these bonus videos that I posted in December. If you have stuck around, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone who has joined me, who has subscribed. I really appreciate you being here. I am wearing my bangs look crazy. Listen, I woke up and I was just like, shh. My goal is to hit 600 subscribers before the end of the year. I'm not sure if that could happen, but if it could, it would be really helpful if you hit subscribe if you had that you wanted to stick around. With that said, that was the holiday romance reading vlog, and I'm off to officially celebrate Christmas with the kiddos. All right, goodbye.